the YouTubes, and I'm going to actually try to not mess this up this time by actually going straight to my stream instead of, you know, not doing that. Today I've been working, well, not today, but I've been working on this for a while. And I've been racking my brain about the best way to do this. I'll just turn off all the modifiers for a moment. Did I turn them all off? I don't think I have. Shrink wrap, okay. So I start off with this. I want to hide something, so this right here is a mesh that I created. Well, the program created. And as you can see, it's pretty raw. It's pretty bad. And so let's hide that. And I decided to completely try to redo it with better topology, or how the vertex looks. So I'm gonna select the mesh and then go over to, this is select wire. That way you can see it outside of edit mode. So add in the subdivision. I've already done that. And then shrink wrap it. It's really bad mesh. So especially right over here and over here. So then remesh it and it gets better. If I do 5, it kind of looks messed up, not as good, but it's the octree depth is huh, 2.8. Let's go with that. Let's hide him. Hide that. So go anything lower than 5. We get that, but almost. So we'll go with 5. And then we add in the subdivision. Kind of smooths everything out. So let's increase it. Then we add back in the shrink wrap. Get rid of the modifier. Let's see if there is. Well, there's this, but I think I can live with that. So, now, what we're going to be doing, Shift D, move this one to a different layer, a backup layer. As you can see, I've already done that a few times. The original mesh that I originally started off with, I used and the reason why this mesh is so random is I used sculpt mode. In sculpt mode, especially with the dynamic topology, is can create mesh that is a little bit random in terms of where it is highly detailed and where it's not. So then kind of try to work on it again. I gave up on it, and this mesh, I had the brilliant idea to flood the whole thing with water. So within this one, I created a fluid simulation. I filled it with water. I got this. Which looks cool, but I really can't use it. And now we're here. So now what we are going to try to do is try to apply some of these modifiers. Always starting from the top down, and I think we need to get to and apply this remesh. So apply, apply, apply. So now what we have is this. You know what? That is not as horribly scary as I thought it was going to be. Yeah. I think I can do this. I think I can do this. Okay, now let's start selecting. What we are doing is we are getting ready to UV map. Okay, right there I'm going to have to fix it. But might take me a little bit. Yeah, let's fix this. This is... Okay, that is strange. Let's delete you. Okay, so from here to here, it's face. From here to here, it's a face. From here to here, face. Then from here to here, nope. Let's merge. Here to here, I think. Yeah, it's a face. From here to here, it's a face. And that problem that I mentioned earlier is now gone. So, yep, there's that. So let's... What are you? You are not needed. So let's continue with the selection process. Originally, I was gonna ask somebody for help with this, but sometimes all you just need to do is talk through it. I think that's probably all I was just gonna do with him. Well, not with him. With his help, as I was just gonna talk through it. This goes better than my luck, which looks like it's going better than my luck. I shouldn't have said that. I really shouldn't have said that. But you never know. Just kind of go with the flow sometimes. Okay, so... Oh, that's a whole lot better and easier to kind of do. So I think I might just leave the shrink wrap modifier off for now. Completely cut that off, which is fine. Sure, that could be part of the floor. And we're gonna mark seam. And let's see, select by seam. And that doesn't look bad. It's completely orange. Which means everything is stretched. What? It's not in the red? I think it is calculating it based off of its in mesh, which is the shrink wrapped, so everything's stretched a little bit. Hey, that's not bad. Just doing it randomly. Okay. Let's keep up this random bit and see where we can go with it. So right here, it seems about right. Bump. And I'm just kind of guessing based off of where I know I put the corners. We can also select from the outside, which is easier in some cases. Nope. Or it's not. Okay. So from there, then the lowest corner be here. Wonder if you could hear that. Yeah, let's Control E and mark seam. Now let's select this and unwrap it and be majorly surprised. I don't know why that has. Anyway, now what we don't need is this. Delete and faces. Don't need a seam there anymore since there's no face. See how it's better face. All we have to do is not look. Oh, we still shouldn't look that way. I don't know, to be honest, which one's better. Okay. So this is good. This is good. Let's go down here. Now we are definitely not gonna be looking at all of this. So I don't even know where I'm gonna end it. But I do know that we will never see these two bottom faces. So let's check this. Not bad. Not bad at all. And let's continue with unwrapping. Bum, 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 bum. That looks good. Bum, 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum bum. And now we can check two. So that one and that one and that one. You unwrap. Oh, three. So blue is good, green is okay, yellow is starting to get into the danger zone, and red is bad. And anything darker than red is just red. So if you continuously are retopologizing and is still red, well, then you really don't know how. Well, it's not that you don't know. It's just as you're improving it, you might be improving it, but you're really not that improving it all that much. So I like to go for straight lines. So right here, this is a straight line pretty much. Now, where's this? Ask and you shall receive. Straight line. Oops. Mark seam, not clear seam. Okay, so let's see. I think everything is unwrapped. So let's go into material. And let's go into material. Texture. Yeah, it is texture. UV and flat. UV and flat, and then we'll go into this. So what does this tell us? else is this? One of these. Was upside down, and that was just a lucky guess. However, this was not a lucky guess because, well, fajitas. This one. Okay, so now that is looking pretty good. I really love that. Okay. Whew. Now, let's see. If there's anything else that I need to do with the texture of this. I don't think that's gonna be good to look at, even if. So what I'm gonna do is I think I'm just gonna delete this. I think that was a good idea, just delete it. And we get some problems, but it's down here, and we really aren't going to be looking in that direction. So I think now, finally, after a week, it's time to get back to 3D modeling. It's really good. Yay. Really kind of happy about that. So my plan is to have... Now let's try the grease pencil. When creating new frames, the strokes... So from... There's going to be a... let's go with surface. Yeah, surface. So here, it's gonna be a pillar. Here's gonna be a pillar, kind of like from here to here, there to there. Then from here to there. Then from here to like there's gonna be like a pillar. And I think that erases like the whole line or something like that. I don't know. So that's gonna be that, and it's gonna run down there. There's gonna be let's go with right now is Shift A and add a path. So active element in our and I'll show you why I did this. Just a moment. I'm gonna make a ladder, and it's gonna kind of follow this curve, and it's gonna go straight down. But of course, you know, modeling a 3D ladder is kind of boring. Okay, so that is on. So, you know, I'm just gonna not. So I'm gonna take my, go right about there, Shift A. Add a mesh. A cube. Scale. So add a modifier, mirror, clipping, E. Okay, so 4 steps to get to the top of the roof. That is a wee bit much. About in 10 steps, you know, 10-foot tall room. Each step's about a foot apart. So there'd be about 10 steps. Not bad. So now let's get to the fun part. Curve. Curve. NURBS path. See? And it's rotated funny, so let's just rotate it. So we get a funhouse ladder. And GY GX. Move it just about the center. So some of the things that I would recommend doing. is to limit. So first we merge. So then we can get rid of this face because it's not needed. This face because it's not needed. And so the reason why I'm deleting this face is every single time it does an array, it has that face. So if I delete the face, notice there's still a face there. It's not just only arraying this face, it's making a complete copy of this. So now if we go here and press delete there, then all the way down through here there will be no faces, which is what we want. And I think that deserves a subdivision. So back into edit mode. And that's looking a whole lot better. And since this is actually, we need that to be a whole lot longer. So for this, I'm going to go to the array and 45. And that's four flights of stairs. That's a pretty decent drop right there. So before we can delete this curve, since we know, well, I think that's pretty well good. And I don't think this is going to be a major aspect of the animation. So I'm not going to give it all that much of a texture. Let's hop back into edit mode. mirror, and subsurface, all we need to see. And I think Control E and mark seam. That's perfect. Then I think that's good. So hmm. Yeah, I think I might leave those there. Too much of a hassle to get rid of them. So that is done. Now the only thing left to do so those are funny. Grease pencil's funny. Which way would be the best to start this one? Yeah, it really does add detail. So this doesn't have to be really that textured since it's like so. Hmm. And why does it do that? Let's try a different form of project. Nearest vertex. That's worse. Project. So let's try something. See, this is how complicated this one's UV map was. This one's how complicated this one's UV map is. Better, better. So there's potentially some room for improvement. But overall, it's not bad. And well, thank you for watching. That will be all for today. Bye bye.